Everybody, get to work.
Shut the door, Alec! There's a draft!
Are you gonna take your medicine?
I love cocaine!
What's the matter? Little lady can't drink?
Give me back my fucking whiskey!
They're gonna kill that poor woman.
Jews invented spark plugs to control global traffic.
So don't buy no fucking pizza at a gas station.
It's okay. Just admiring the shape of your skull.
Daddy's full of beads and he's ready to fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
And everybody in between.
And everybody in between, of course. Welcome to the inaugural episode of the End Times podcast.
You bastard. I was gonna say inaugural, you fuckface.
I came up with the name.
You did come up with the name, but
the whole thing is my baby.
And it's not like I'm just the bastard stepchild that, gets beaten and lives off of stale bagels and flat Diet Coke in the basement. Is that me?
You get the expired food stamps, Alec. That's how it goes.
They're expired, man. I can only get stale bagels and flat Diet Coke with that.
Can you get expired food with expired food stamps?
I don't know.
If that's a thing.
I've never tried. I actually got denied food stamps.
Really?
Yeah.
You make too much money?
Yeah. I lost my job and I made too much money. Yeah, I made too... Anyway, so who are you?
So, yeah, I'm just a humble would-be podcaster. So anyway, the name of the game here is we're just doing this for fun. We're not trying to make any money. We're just two extremely unfunny men.
Yeah. Our sponsor today is not Miller High Life, the not champagne of beers.
It's Miller Low Life.
Our sponsor today is Miller Low Life.
I don't know. It's all in Arabic.
That's cursive, Matt.
Is that what that is?
That's what that is.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
those weird squiggles at the bottom there?
Yeah, that's cursive. That's not Arabic.
That's cursive?
Yeah. Well, that really explains our trip to the supermarket the other day that we never had.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm your intrepid co-host, Alec. That rascally rabbit over there is Mr. Matt No Yes.
That's me.
And welcome to the End Times podcast. It's a lovely evening where we're recording, but wherever you're listening, just remember that the End Times is nigh. All right, I got my bit out of the way. This is your baby.
Okay. So, I forgot to bring my notepad of shitty ideas that I wrote down here. But that's okay.
That is okay, because I actually have something I want to talk to you about.
Yes, you wanted to talk about the movie Remember the Titans, didn't you?
I did, actually. So I don't have a lot of gripes with this movie, okay? It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh, it's one of the best. It's still got fat Ethan Suplee in it.
Which is, in my opinion, the best Ethan Suplee.
Yeah.
When he slimmed down from Sons of Anarchy, I was like, what are you trying to pull here? What are you trying to do? Like, I fell in love with Chris Farley when Chris Farley was fat, and Chris Farley had the good graces to die before he got skinny. I fell in love with fat Jonah Hill, and what did he do? He lost a bunch of weight.
And then put it back on.
But lost it again.
Then lost it again, and then put it back on.
Then put it back on. So, it's just a roller coaster of emotion with Jonah Hill for me. And I'm proud of him.
Well, yeah, he seems like a piece of shit. The kind of guy that would put you through a roller coaster of emotion. And I'm not talking like a fun modern one. I mean like the Mr. Freeze roller coaster from Six Flags.
Yeah, my family was poor.
Like decapitated that Guatemalan kid or whatever it was.
Well, he's from Guatemala.
Yeah. They're all very tall. It's probably easy to happen.
I was going to say it probably happens in his home country.
Are they tall down there? No, they're short in Central America.
I don't know. I don't know the median height for Central Americans.
Well, I know that the Dutch are the tallest people.
The Dutch are the tallest people, and also the most attractive.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think of someone from Denmark.
Slight pause while you
adjust
cupulence.
My phone over there?
Yes, you did.
Because, I got to the store and I was like, oh, no.
I don't know where I am.
I'm not here. Thanks, bro.
All right,
so, the Dutch are a very attractive people, though. Actually, so before I go off on my tangent and Remember the Titans, I will look up Dutch people and This is going to be an incredibly interesting, vague search.
Yeah, that's where they shot the movie Midsummer. It wasn't in fucking Norway or whatever.
I didn't figure it was. They are attractive people, but they also all look like, the people I went to college with. Okay, they actually
those are some fucking uggos, man. Who is that? Rosario Dawson on the left?
Hey, Rosario Dawson is a fine actress.
Yeah, well,
I said actress.
She looks rough right there.
Well, stereotype Dutch people in the Netherlands. Well, if you insist.
Okay, well, so they do a lot of drugs there.
They do a lot of drugs there.
And
the pirate bay is from Sweden, and I don't know the difference between Sweden and the Dutch.
Neither do I. One of them has wooden shoes, and the other one
has the pirate bay.
Where like the girl with the dragon tattoo is written. That's the only two things I know about those countries.
And to be quite frank with you, Matt, this is going to sound ugly American of me, but I am an ugly American, so I'm allowed to say it.
You've got kind of a Judah Friedlander vibe going on right now.
That's all I'm saying, man. It's like, bears in a spaceship, man. That's my best Judah Friedlander, and that's bad because he talks a lot more like this, Liz Lemon.
I really don't care for that guy.
I like 30 Rock. I think it's funny. But anyway, before I get distracted, so
you gotta talk about Dutch people, and then we gotta talk about Remember the Titans.
Okay, so Dutch people, I looked them up, and yes, they look exactly like the people I went to college with. They look way too happy for their own good. But that's the thing is that, we talked about this earlier. The people who are too happy with their own good are Mormons. Like, yes. 1,000% Mormons. I went... Let me interrupt you because your opinion doesn't matter to me. I went to...
I'm listening.
I know you are.
You're not gonna rattle me, motherfucker. It takes more than that.
So, I actually went to summer camp. With this Mormon, I almost said tribe, and that's not right. This Mormon troop.
You went to summer camp with Joshua Graham from Fallout New Vegas?
I actually went to summer camp with the leftist Davidians.
The Branch Davidians.
The Branch Davidians. Leftist, branchist, you call it what you want. They were a cult, and David Koresh slept with everybody.
Yeah.
Which, good on him, I guess.
I mean, that shows how, how much chicks valued playing guitar in the early 90s. I mean...
If only I had been born in the early 80s, and then I could have started, belching in front of...
You could have been a 14-year-old boy getting pussy with the Branch Davidians.
With a guitar.
And an incendiary grenade.
I mean, all I'm saying is
that's how a grenade sounds.
Wake up... That's exactly how a grenade sounds. I mean, I've heard grenades in movies, and I'm like, that's not real. It's like a silencer. Yeah. Silencer makes way more noise than that. A grenade makes way less noise than that.
I mean, a silenced .22 pistol, basically, sounds like a silenced pistol in a movie.
Yeah. But even then, yeah.
A slug from a .22 pistol is like fucking...
Yeah.
It's like that big.
Yeah, it's like
the size of a corn kernel.
Yeah.
It's not.
Then again, if I got shot with it, I'd probably die in the right area.
Well, in the right area, yeah. If you got shot in most of the time when you get shot right here, they just get stuck in your ribs. But if you get shot in the head, the bullet's gonna bounce around. That's why the mafia used to assassinate people with 25 autos.
Because they would bounce around.
It's a shitty low velocity.
Yeah, but also it wouldn't actually leave the skull. No, which is cool.
Yeah,
but also, yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, if this podcast goes south, I'll be assassinating Matt with a. I will not be assassinating Matt with a .22 pistol.
Is that what your lawyer told you to say?
You think I can afford a lawyer?
I don't know. You were my lawyer once for Halloween.
I was actually. Yeah, you were shitty Matt Murdock.
I was.
It was great.
I had this idea once. I think I might have told you before. I want to do a series of prank calls where I isolate and package a bunch of Matt Murdock's anti-God ravings.
Oh yeah.
And I call religious hotlines with them.
Honestly, that might be the next Longmont Potion Castle, Matt. I don't know. I'd be down for that.
Someone did that with Joshua Graham from Fallout New Vegas. Yeah. And they were fucking brilliant.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, he got those people really uncomfortable.
Oh, I bet. I mean, that's the thing though, is that when you're talking to religious people, and I know this because I didn't even do it as I didn't do it as to be mean or to be mean-spirited or spiteful or anything. I did it because I genuinely wanted to know.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, at this point in my life, I mean, I was going to a Christian college, which was mistake number
Numero uno.
I wouldn't say one. There were a lot before that. But so
Numero 14.
Yeah, pretty much.
At least.
Yeah, I mean, I woke up every day with that, like, 90s freeze frame, and then, like, freaking Blister in the Sun would start playing, and it'd just be like, I looked like Matthew Lillard every day, just like, so I bet you're wondering how I got here. That was my entire college career.
Interesting.
It was just, let me go out, so I bet you're wondering how I got here. Like, I mean, I might as well have been, John Cusack at that point, starring in every movie from the 90s. And then doing High Fidelity and gaining my respect.
Yeah. He got it back, man.
He got it back.
He did get it back.
He really did get it back. And then he did The Raven and lost it all again.
Ha!
Did not care for that film.
I didn't think it was particularly
It wasn't particularly terrible, but it didn't do anything it set out to do, which was be a horror movie about Edgar Allan Poe.
It's just I feel like... Edgar Allan Poe was a weird-looking guy. He didn't look like John Cusack.
No, I know. He looked more like Alfred Hitchcock.
He had, like, I'm pretty sure... Did he have, like, progeria or something? Because every photo you ever see of Edgar Allan Poe, his head looks so fucking round.
So you're telling me he looks like He looks like that
Mask. Guy from the Deontward videos.
Oh, yeah, Ninja.
No, Ninja's friend that had progeria.
Okay, I know nothing about Deontward except for the like racists and apparently rapists.
I used to fucking Cameron used to fucking make me listen to those.
Yeah, well, I don't know who Cameron is, but Cameron, if you're listening, Deontward sucks.
Yeah.
Moving on.
He's definitely not. No, all right, no name dropping. That was a
no-no that we talked about that earlier. We talked about that. No religion, no politics, and no name dropping. We already broke rules 1 and 2.
That's okay though. We're new at this. So Dutch people
exactly look like the people I went to college with.
Yes.
And then back to Mormonism.
Yes.
Mormons. So I went to a summer camp with this Mormon troop, this Mormon tribe, and the leaders of the troop, like the actual like scout leaders and stuff, nicest people I've ever talked to in my life. Just so how you enjoying camp? That's great. Now what Mary Majesty's taking, like, really nice guys. And I didn't get that vibe of like, does your mom know you're here? Like, I didn't get that weird vibe from them. It was like, where's your scoutmaster? Like, I didn't. Yeah. Is your dad with you? No, I didn't get that vibe from them, which I definitely got from a few other.
Where's your scoutmaster?
Where's
your
scoutmaster?
You properly? Is he using 2 fingers or 3?
Is he prepared?
How many times does he spit?
That's how my scoutmaster shakes hands. No, I never got those vibes. But the kids, like, I never saw them upset. Except for whenever I took rock climbing with one of the Mormons. And I did hear him swear, which was funny. He said, "Where the shit is my line?" Because I was belaying him, and I didn't give him enough slack, even though I did.
That sounds like a swear a Mormon would do. It's
yeah,
like,
where the shit is.
It doesn't makes sense,
but
it
also
doesn't.
doesn't. Yeah, it's like, he heard it once in a movie before, like, that little addition that you put on your VCRs to like bleep things out when you were a kid. I never had one.
No, those were so expensive.
I know, and I was gonna learn the words.
Those were like $45.
And what's the point? It didn't work. No. I remember I watched. Went over a friend's house and we watched Hot Rod. And that whole line of like, it censored the entire line of, "Oh God, please don't let me screw up in front of Denise." Like, it censored that entire line. But the line is like, yeah, they grow up so fast. She got like hands with a check. Get the fuck off my front porch.
Nothing.
It just let it go through. I was like, this is just malware for a VCR.
Yeah.
That's all this is. This is a useless piece of tech.
I literally haven't thought about those things in like 20 years.
Well, that's why I'm here. And also because now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, could I bring those back into vogue with like DVD players?
Maybe.
Do you think the Christians are that, like, I'm not going to say it, but they are.
But like you take out an ad for it in like Scientology
Christian Way
something.
magazine.
Yeah.
It's a little sad. I still remember the name of that magazine.
Actually, the name for this podcast I came up with when like Chang brought home a fucking like some weird Christian magazine issue from like 1994 or something. I still have it someplace. I don't know where the fuck it went. But
I guarantee you, like
on the back of it said on the front of it said the end times are coming. Like cashless society is here and like all this shit.
Yeah.
Which it is.
It is, but also like but without like a religious apocalypse. I don't think that's what's going to end the world. Unless you finally want to believe that, you know, the Israeli people and the Palestinian people finally get off their high knees and do something about it.
I'll save what I think is going to happen in the end of the world for, like, a serious episode, but it's, believe me, buddy, it's something a lot fucking worse than any, it's worse. It's just worse. I don't want to talk about that stuff, though. This is a comedy podcast, or at least it allegedly is.
It started as,
and,
it
started out in theory as one.
And now you just gave me...
And now I just bummed everybody out.
Fear and loathing in Broken Arrow.
We're in Fair Oaks, god damn it. Get it right.
So we're not in Bat Country? We're in Matt Country?
We're in Matt Country.
I hate this. I hate
That's why I put the fucking the it's okay, he's just admiring the shape of your skull in the podcast intro. Which I kind of fucked up on the audio of that one.
Hey, it still works.
I forgot to compress the other half of it.
May I finish my final thought on Remember the Titans?
Now we need to talk about Remember the Titans,
okay.
Yes.
Alright, Remember the Titans. Fantastic film. We can both agree, right?
Only saw it once, so I don't really remember.
Okay, so
saw it in theaters with my dad, though.
Alright, so I'm talking to everybody else out there, because Matt doesn't know what he's talking about. Besides, you know, beautiful Ethan Suplee and beautiful Ryan Hurst as well.
I remember I was eating a bunch of leftover Halloween Starburst in the movie theater. Like, my dad snuck it in his windbreaker.
Honestly, your dad sounds like the most badass dad I've ever heard of.
Oh, he was the greatest.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. My dad didn't do that.
He was like, I'm not fucking paying $8.
No, he would, but he would just give me that, you better become a doctor or something. So if you're listening, Dad, still waiting on that doctorate.
I call him Doctor, Alex Dad.
Yeah, actually Matt calls me Doctor as well.
Is that what you wanted? Your dad, I mean? Is that what he just wanted someone to call you a doctor?
I mean, admittedly, if that was all it took to gain my father's approval...
You could just legally change your name to Doctor.
Yeah, but then I'd be related to somebody who, let's be honest, he's not a good drummer.
Dr. Hill? What are you talking about, man?
Wow, you're really missing my point here. No, not a good... Boz Scaggs, dude. I'm trying to make a joke about Boz Scaggs.
I don't know who that is.
You know what? Moving on. Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans.
Do you remember the Titans? You don't remember the Titans.
They are a football team from Tennessee.
Okay.
They've been around since like some year. I don't.
You're 0 for 2 here.
I think they've been to the Super Bowl, or maybe they haven't. Think and in one of those scenes in the second Austin Powers movie, there's those guys watching a Titans game, and they have tits spelled out on their chests, and like the two guys come back from the bathroom Titans, that have A&N, and they're like, "Go Titans!" But it just says tits for a second.
Yeah,
I know a lot about the Titans. Don't fuck with me. I remember the Titans.
You don't, Alec, because you're talking.
You're not gonna tell me that I don't, and I need to get a beer. You remember the Titans for a second. Solo stop.
What I was trying to say at one point or another was that the Titans from the titular Titans in the film Remember the Titans, yes, they were from Tennessee. You got that part right. They were a high school football team, so no, literally none of them went to the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Not even Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling was in that?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. He looks great in it, too. It's all twinky and stuff. It's nice.
Why did you wink at me when you said that, you fucking creep?
Matt, let's be honest. What else would you be in the gay community?
Homie, my dick is way too big to be a fucking bottom. I'm gonna
Have you never heard of a power bottom?
Yeah, the ones that fuck back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but no. If I was gay, motherfucker, I would want to be a top. I'm not the kind of guy who just like...
So you're going by the Viking idea of, like, it's not gay as long as you're the giver, not the receiver.
Yeah. Because you can still... God doesn't hate gays as long as you're a top. We know that from American Dad. It was a shitty joke they made on that show one time.
It was a shitty joke, and I mean, I'm fairly certain if God exists, God doesn't hate anybody.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't give a fuck if you're gay.
Yeah, he doesn't care. If you're gay, straight, trans, whatever,
I think
nobody
as long as
cares.
you're not, like, like killing and raping people, you're probably good.
Yeah, that's number one. And
or like stealing your mom's money out of her purse to buy fentanyl or something. You're probably...
Also, if you're stealing your mom's money to buy fentanyl, come on. You're wasting your time.
We both know a guy whose name I'm not going to drop.
Yes,
who
we
does
do.
That.
Yes, we do. And we're not going to say it, but ladies and gentlemen and everybody in between, just steer clear of Fentanyl and Fentanyl Mike.
Yeah.
That's not his name, but it's close enough. Moving on.
His name is
Fetty Wap.
His name is Michael fake Namington.
I thought it was Fettuccine.
No, that's what it was.
Yeah,
it was Fagioli. That's what it was.
No, it was Fagioli. Remember, because I kept calling him a microphage, and he didn't like that, and so he kept stealing money from his mom to buy.
Because he was so distressed that you kept calling him that. Yeah.
I feel that I was an enabler at that point.
You are, yeah.
But
you're an enabler,
it was
and
enablers through trauma.
And you're a root problem. So, okay, what else about this Remember the Titans movie? We gotta remember the Titans.
I am trying to remember the Titans, and I'm just remembering being a root problem.
We keep being distracted, and I'm sorry my energy is throwing you off here.
Your energy always throws me off.
This is what I was kind of trying to capture.
I know, and you're capturing it in a very... Oh my god.
Real quick, will you look at Audacity and we'll look at what our runtime is?
I will, yeah. We are at
about 20
minutes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's about what I thought.
So, what I really wanted to talk about was Remember the Titans. Number one, Hayden Panettiere. When I saw her as a kid, this movie came out in 2000. In 2000, I was 8 years old. Mm-hmm. Hayden Panettiere was 8 years old, or around that area, probably a little older. We basically grew up together. And I did fall in love with her as a child. And as I got older and older, I still was like, Hayden Panettiere, man. She is a gorgeous female. Then I watched Heroes. And that's where I think I had my heart broken for the first time.
Huh.
Because they saved the cheerleader, but they couldn't save the show.
I've never seen a single episode of Heroes.
Well, then we're gonna go with my second.
You are 0 for 2 on movies that I'm familiar with, man.
What did you want me to say? Hey, Matt, let's talk about a Serbian film.
I've never seen a Serbian film.
It's not good.
If you wanted to talk about, let's say,
Dirty Cum Sluts Volume 5.
Well, that is a stone cold classic. I won't deny you that.
Plays on Turner every Thursday.
It's not quite as good as Dirty Cum Sluts Volume 4.5, or even Volume 4.7, or even Volume 4.72.169.
I don't really consider Volume 4.7 Volume 2.1769 just because, in my opinion, I don't know.
It's like there's so much porn out there. They just have to label it like star dates.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Titles completely.
Porn date.
Porn date. Porn date 7-624234.5.
Semen. Hot.
And there's people that could just read that like fucking Matrix code.
Well, I did remember seeing an interview one time because I was watching that documentary Hot Girls Wanted. Which is a documentary. I know it does not sound like one, but it was directed by Rashida Jones, so it's a documentary.
Fucking hate Rashida Jones. God damn it.
I like her character in Parks and Rec because I think Parks and Rec is funny, but I don't like her because of Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
She's just kind of there for me.
That's what she is, man. Yeah, she's just kind of there.
Yeah. Sort of how I feel about Bill Paxton. Whenever I see him in a movie, I'm just like, man, you're kind of there. You're kind of there. So
was he just kind of there in Aliens?
Game over, man, and then he dies.
Was he just kind of there in Predator 2?
Game over. Sorry,
and then he dies.
And then he dies.
He gets killed on a subway.
He gets killed on a subway by the Predator.
Which is an excellent scene. Because he was fucking that chick that he was partnered with, and then the Predator goes to kill her, and then it can't because it knows she's pregnant.
Yeah.
It was like, holy shit, dude, this might actually be a good movie. And then
Actually,
Gary Busey keeps showing up.
I still like Predators. I think it's Predators 2. I think it's an underrated sequel.
One of the most underrated sequels.
I will also say I enjoyed Predators. I didn't think it was that good, but I enjoyed it. It's a popcorn Predator movie.
It's kind of just like a collection of scenes. But
one thing that I was actually kind of surprised about.
CGI.
Yeah, one thing I was actually kind of surprised about. I really liked Adrian Brody in it, and also I will give props to Topher Grace for being in that movie.
Oh yeah, he's like the serial killer.
Yeah, he's like the serial killer doctor. It's like, don't kill me. I'm one of you.
I don't know why I'm here. No, there's a fucking reason.
There's a reason you're here.
You look like a serial killer. That's
you're
why
Topher
you're
Grace. Here. You left. You got dumped by Donna, and then you decided to become a doctor and kill people.
You son of a...
Hello, Wisconsin. Like that's kind of. I mean, honestly, I think that is the true end of that 70s show.
Yeah, I never really watched that 70s show either.
Hanging out, stabbing friends down the street. Same old thing we did last week, you know.
Was that the theme song or something?
Hello, Wisconsin.
Oh.
Yeah. Man, I'm 0 for 3 on things you know, man. 0 for 3 on things you know.
Yeah.
So Pantera, Matt.
God. Make that 3.5 things. I mean, I like Pantera. Yeah, I like them just fine.
That's as far as you're gonna go with that. Just
I think trying to think trying to categorize some of my favorite songs. Probably "I'm Broken" is their best one in my opinion.
Pretty great song.
Also has the best. Well, no, I don't know. I like the. What is it? I don't like the song "This Love," but I like the music video for it. They like shot it on top of that like really tall building.
Yeah. And
like there's like steam coming out of the. It's really there's this one really stupid cut where like Phil Anselmo is like poking his head out of some steam and just like slowly goes back into it.
you're just like this.
Fucking stop it! Stop that right now, Phil. Stop.
You
that.
know better than this.
I'm gonna throw you off of this fucking roof, and I know it's tall enough to where you're gonna die. Because there's steam coming off these motherfuckers. It doesn't get that cold in Texas, you piece of shit.
So tell me how you really feel about Phil Anselmo.
I don't really honestly have an opinion. Well, he fucking, I don't know. He sucks, I think, but...
I don't have an opinion, but he sucks. Like, let's be honest.
I mean, well, he's like... He was like, I don't know. He put out this fucking video a while back that I didn't really care for, where he's like, he sang this typo negative song called Kill All the White People, which, like...
Done by Typo Negative, great
Done by
song.
Typo Negative is fine, because Peter Steele was just kind of one of the original trolls.
And also a hulking mass of masculinity.
He was just an insane-looking dude. He looked like if Tommy Wiseau was handsome and tall.
And muscular.
And really, and like, could kick the shit out of you.
Everybody. Like, I've always said that, like, Peter's,
if he, like, threw you into a car, it would, like, dent in the fucking door
yes,
like a movie.
Yes, it would be like if Captain America threw anybody who was a civilian
God, if
into
he was still
a car.
alive, he definitely would have made a cameo in a Marvel movie.
Oh, you know he would have. He would have been honestly, I would have cast him as Colossus. I would have cast Peter Steele as Colossus.
Peter Steele as Colossus is Hold on, let me digest that for a second.
It's not bad, though, right?
That's not that bad. What's our runtime going?
Runtime, we're sitting pretty at... Yeah, we got 27 minutes.
All right, let's wait 3 more minutes, and we're going to take a small break.
Heard.
And,
I will also say...
Did you remember the Titans effectively enough?
I remember the Titans effectively enough. What I was trying to say about all of this before I got distracted by Ethan Suplee...
Let's finish your
Hayden
thoughts on the Titans, and we'll take a break.
I wanted to say how... So a lot of these actors in this movie, Ryan Hurst, Denzel Washington already had a career.
Yeah.
But, like, so Ryan Gosling, Hayden Panettiere, Ethan Suplee, Will Patton, and Donald Faison. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
That's it.
Yeah. They went all on to, like, have... And, of course, Kate Bosworth has continued to act, and she's also a very gorgeous person.
Oh, she's...
But they've all gone on to, like,
pretty.
act and do some amazing stuff. But it's like... So some of the main characters in this movie, my personal favorite, Julius Campbell, Wood Harris, and yes, his name is Wood Harris. Wood Harris, the last thing I saw him in was that remake of Judge Dredd.
I've got some hairy ass wood in my pants for you.
So so that's the thing is that I know you do, Matt, but it's also
No, I shaved my pubes.
I know you did. That's all you do, dude. Like, whenever you're...
How did you look in the shower?
I don't live with you, but I have a camera.
No, I just... Because my pubes are in there. And it's like a...
You think that I would actually
like
go look in your shower for that?
Well, I don't know if I...
I've got a camera. Why would I need to look in your shower?
I don't know if I left the curtains open. I mean, I was just asking if you took a peek.
I always take a peek.
I left them there for you.
I know. and I have a camera.
It's like a gross black shag carpet in there.
And you're trying to tell me that's any different from, like...
From your pubes already that you've still got in your body and your upper thighs?
There they are.
I'm imagining you've got, like, really, really hairy pubes. Like, in...
You're telling me that my pubes are hairy? My pubes are
No,
hairy.
I mean, you've got, like a lot of pubes. I'm imagining you just got, it's like a fucking,
It's like the 100-acre wood down there? Yeah.
Like Winnie the Pooh is, like, you know, getting face fucked by Christopher Robin, because you know that's what that kid was doing. No kid develops those personalities for his toys without having that kind of in-depth relationship with them. This is all canon in the Winnie the Pooh universe.
A.A. Milne would roll over.
I was gonna say I interviewed A.A. Milne before he died.
Okay.
By the way, you're the only other fucking dude my age I've met who knows who A.A. Milne is. You knew his fucking name.
It's A.A. Milne.
Fucking geek.
Oh, I'm sorry that I had a good childhood, Matt.
So did I, but I wasn't watching gay ass Winnie the Pooh about it.
Okay, just because Christopher Robin is experimenting sexually on a stuffed animal does not make it gay. It makes it experimental. Why am I defending him?
You shouldn't be.
I shouldn't be.
You
we all
really
know Rabbit
be.
was the tease.
Okay, so all these actors
went on to do.
It was like a okay. So what you're saying is the basic idea of what you're saying is that Remember the Titans was essentially a springboard for a lot of these actors to further their careers.
Yes, exactly.
From a very young, decisive age in many of their cases.
Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah,
but
Kate Bosworth at that.
Kate
Yeah,
Bosworth
she
at that
wasn't
age.
in that many movies at that
She
point.
was not. She was not at all. But then I see like these movies he's in now, and so he was one of the like henchmen in Dredd, which was great. Beyond that, it's like, well, he was in 4 episodes of Justified, which was okay. He was a character in Ant-Man for like half a second. He was a character in Creed for half a second.
Who the fuck was he in Blade Runner 2049?
He was Nandez. I don't know. I never finished it.
Wait, who is this?
This
What
is Wood,
actor?
this is Wood Harris. Julius Campbell. Yeah, we're watching a trailer for it, and it will not show, I guarantee you.
Well, no, it's not going to show that fucking guy.
Let's see.
The only reason that movie sold tickets is because fucking Ryan Gosling was in it.
No, because Harrison Ford was in it. That's why I watched it and need to finish it.
You still haven't finished Blade Runner 2049?
No, because I keep going back and rewatching Blade Runner, the director's cut. That's actually true. Every time I start watching Blade Runner 2049, I get about to Jared Leto's like first appearance,
and then
like,
you just start jerking off feverishly, and you can't stop it, and you have to.
Do Android's dream of electric Jared Leto? Yes, I do.
I had a funny idea once where it was like.
That's
Never mind.
the greatest way to start that conversation.
Nah.
I had a funny idea once.
I'm gonna save that one for when I have a soundboard, but it's like, what do androids dream of electric beep? And it's like, you know what word that is.
I know a lot of words that could be.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, he was in a movie called 9/11. After you have a national tragedy,
It's probably better to just write a fucking movie that's called 9/11.
Yeah, then actually, like, you know, okay, so 9/11 obviously was September 9th, 2011.
What happened then?
I was making a humor, but it was not.
Oh, I thought you said it. Okay, never. I thought you. Sorry, I thought you
God,
said it. I
Charlie
thought you
Sheen
said it
was
was
in
September 11th, 2001, and I was gonna do like a Norm Macdonald thing.
Oh, and what happened then? Yeah, where were you when that happened? I was probably at home. Apparently, Charlie Sheen was in this movie.
God.
2017, Charlie Sheen, you know, fucking cocaine tiger.
Did he bring his flock of mosquitoes with him to distribute his AIDS blood amongst the cast?
5 people find themselves trapped in an elevator. He did. I guarantee you he did.
If they're trapped in an elevator.
That's a main plot point. They all got AIDS now. They all got Charlie Sheen AIDS. Sinead O'Connor's, if you will.
Man. Are we talking, like, fucked up bald Sinead O'Connor, or is it like her nowadays where she's, like, just kind of, like, looks like a cool old lady that you might buy ecstasy from?
I mean, say what you will about fucked up bald Sinead O'Connor, that still does it for me. It's Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, let's not break balls.
Hey, man, I fucking, the girl I lost my virginity to was a bald chick, so.
She was bald at the time? I thought she grew her hair out.
Oh, nah.
Huh. Dope.
No, not.
It's a
Not
little
the-
bad.
no,
It's a
not
little
the
bad
one
that
you're
I know the
thinking of.
context of what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But at the same time, no. I mean,
No, I didn't. No, that's not the first chick I fucked. No. Dude.
How was I supposed to know, Matt?
Because I was like.
How was I
I
supposed
was
to know
like
that?
26 when I was dating her. Do you think I didn't get laid until I was 26?
I don't know.
I didn't get laid until I was 23, thank you.
I didn't get laid until I was 20.
Big mistake. Big
mistake. I just should have never done it. Honestly. My life would have been so much better if I just focused on finances.
Yeah. You should have become... Man, you should have been my lawyer.
I was for a
could,
night.
That could have been a... Yeah, okay, picture this, and then we're going to take a break.
Yeah. I'm picturing.
You go to law school.
Okay.
You get really good at being a lawyer.
Okay.
And I'm going to blind myself so I can be Daredevil.
So you can be Daredevil.
Because, you know, that's what I've always
That's
wanted
what you've
to be.
always wanted to be is Daredevil. It's your
I've
favorite
secretly
superhero.
always yes.
Yeah.
He's not even a superhero. That's how he still tops the list of all of my superheroes. I
Yeah.
still like him more than any superhero.
Well, I mean, I've always said that Batman is a superhero because he's got super.
he's fucking rich.
He's got super intelligence.
Eh,
He is the world's greatest detective.
his fucking gadget. Well, yeah. I mean, but
I mean,
the
that's also
only-
saying that Iron Man is not a superhero.
well, no, he's not because it's a fucking suit. Captain America is a superhero. Iron Man is not a superhero. Spider-Man's a superhero because
Spider-Man
the powers are natural.
Yeah. Well, and
In some incarnations.
in
though.
some incarnations.
But we're not going to turn this into a comic book podcast.
No, we're not. But I do feel that will
We
also.
can do. I feel like we could definitely split hairs on a
Oh,
lot.
I know
of
we
comic
will.
book
We
related
already
shit.
split hairs on a lot of things.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
We're also so we're gonna go split hairs on about it.
we'll come back and
cigarette.
if my lip isn't bleeding too bad, we'll continue this. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. The end times is nigh.
Yeah, you're just some stupid drunk chick who slept in her own puke.
Trying to watch my figure.
And we're back.
Welcome back, everybody. All right. So when we left on the break, we had no idea what we were talking about. But actually, Matt, I do have something not to Remember the Titans that is very pressing. I want to talk to you about.
Okay. Well,
the
lay it
world
on me,
of-
brother. This sounds important.
It is very important. In the world of modern science and religious movements. Matt, you know me. I'm not a very religious person. I grew up in a religious household, and you know, it just wasn't a very good time. You know, it wasn't. You know, there's no love like there's no well, I'm gonna screw that up. There's no hate like Christian love, and there's no Christian like Christians. So, but I might have actually found, and I might have actually found a spiritual awakening.
Okay.
In recent months.
Interesting.
And it comes from a very unlikely source. It's not Buddhism. It's not Mormonism. It's not even our noodly appendaged lord and deity, the flying spaghetti monster. No, I've actually decided that I'm going to fully commit the rest of my life to dolphinism.
Dolphinism.
Dolphinism. Yeah.
So you're gonna become a marine biologist under the guise of just wanting to fuck dolphins?
Okay, so you've read some of our pamphlets. All right, so
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay,
They,
so
yeah, they show up on the 10 speeds every Tuesday.
they do, yeah. No, yeah. They keep telling us we play ball like girls. You know, it's a good time. It's a good time. But no,
Keep
actually,
shooting at them.
they just won't go away. Yeah, it's
They send a different pair.
Yeah, it's like back in New York, it was just like you could just snap at your enemies and they'd go away, and you like sang catchy songs and like danced around. Then like one guy, and basically Romeo and Juliet happened, but the hot guy died, so now your crew is very white. So actually no, this is a news article that I read recently, and I've been dying to talk to you about it. And about my newfound religious upheaval.
Am I reading that right?
Let me read it for you all.
Okay.
This is from livescience.com.
All right.
Italian shark has virgin birth after 10 years in an all-female shark tank. The baby shark was born in an all-female tank with no father in sight. Sound like Matt's upbringing. Just kidding. Your father was a great man. A shark's rare virgin birth.
I didn't catch... What was that? I didn't catch that.
It sounds like Matt's upbringing.
No, what sounded like my upbringing?
With no father in sight.
Oh. Thanks, buddy.
Love you, buddy. That's what I'm here for. You can punch me later.
I will.
All right. Nah, I know you will. So, a shark's rare virgin birth in an Italian aquarium.
Right
Maybe
in the boy pussy.
The bucky. The first of its kind, scientists say. The female baby smoothhound shark, known as Ispera or Hope in Maltese, was recently born at the Calagonone Aquarium in Sardinia to a mother that has spent the past decade sharing a tank with one other female and no males.
Interesting.
A rare phenomenon known as Parthonogenesis is the result of females' ability to self-fertilize their own eggs in extreme scenarios. Parthenogenesis has been observed in more than 80 vertebrate species, including sharks, fish, and reptiles. This may be the first documented occurrence in a smoothhound shark, according to Newsweek. Now, Matt, you can read all of that and look into the science of it. Yeah, they got a fancy scientific term for it. To me, and me alone, new Jesus drop, man.
Yeah. And
I will devote my life to following Jesus Dolphin. Italian Jesus Dolphin.
So this is a dolphin? It's not a shark?
It's dolphin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So... Okay. Let me just digest this.
No, it's a shark. Sorry, but you know,
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it could have been a shark that they gave birth to.
Well, shark Jesus sounds cooler than dolphin Jesus.
It does, but also dolphin Jesus means that Jesus fucks. New Jesus fucks.
New Jesus fucks if he's like Greek Orthodox. Those priests are allowed to fuck and have wives and stuff.
But they still go for kids.
And yet they still go for kids.
Yeah, that's kind of the big issue with Catholicism.
A lot of and you know what's crazy is like every Greek person will tell you like that's why our priests don't molest kids. But like, okay,
they still do.
I'll tell you something crazy. If you're a pedophile in Greece, it's like treatable to them as like a disease.
Yeah. And they have the same ideas in Germany.
Where do you think Tom Hanks lives right now?
Dude, honestly,
he moved to fucking Greece.
I know he did. He became a Greek citizen. And honestly, I don't want to be that guy.
Forrest Gump, man.
I love you, Jenny.
Forrest Gump.
I also love your son, Jenny. That's
I love your son, Jenny.
That's offensive on so many levels.
I need Haley Joe Osment to come into my trailer, Jenny. Tom, what the hell's wrong with you? You're still in character. Jenny, shut up, you dumb bitch. Give me your son. I want his AIDS, Jenny. You gave him my AIDS. I wanted my AIDS, Jenny.
Shit happens, Jenny.
Sometimes life is like an HIV test. You never know what you're gonna get. I don't know how to do Forrest Gump.
But it's probably pretty obvious you've been fucking an AIDS baby that you're gonna get an HIV.
Fucking Haley Joe Osment in his trailer.
That's another interesting topic.
To get the AIDS out of him.
To get the AIDS out of him. So it was like a Greek Orthodox, like, you know, religious thing.
I don't know where Haley Joe Osment lives, but I bet you it's in...
Greece?
I don't know. Maybe he wants to stay away from that shit. He was in a television show called The Boys, though, recently. Where he was murdered in a bathroom by why'd you just look at my fucking dick?
Because you got a dick. It's out there.
It is, but it's not... Oh, it is kind of...
Matt, I'm allowed to objectify you.
Well, I'm allowed to objectify you then, you fucking long-haired bitch.
I thought you were going to call me a stallion for a second. I got excited.
Well, you are a stallion.
Thank you.
You're like an inch taller than me, so you qualify.
Am I actually an inch taller than you?
You're a little bit taller than me. I think it's at least an inch.
Really? I just slouch a lot, I guess. And as your lawyer, I should, to make you appear more noble.
Which, like, I don't know how I never fucking noticed that, like, when we first started hanging out. Like, most people are not. I mean, I'm not even that tall, but I feel like most people are not as tall as me.
No, not at all.
I mean, I'm fucking 6'1". It's not really that.
All right. Well, now we gotta test it.
Back to back.
Back to back. I'm also wearing a hat. I think we might be about the
You're a
same
little
height.
bit taller, dude. Just
A little bit?
yeah,
No shit.
yeah. What is that, like an inch?
I don't think it's an inch.
No, dude. You're
No kidding.
You might be like a little bit more than an inch taller than me. I think so.
All right. Well, back to
Anyway,
Shark
not
Jesus.
important. Back to Shark Jesus. That is the matter at hand.
Okay, no, in an all-female Shark Tank. So
that is crazy. That's an interesting story.
Back to Tom Hanks' pedophilia.
Yeah, I first discovered it when I was sneaking into an Italian Shark Tank well, that's my business.
You're telling me entire religion is a lie?
No, but what I was saying is that there was a newspaper at the bottom of that tank. I don't know if one of those lazy Italians discarded it, into a shark tank, which is rude, by the way. But I was swimming down there, totally not fucking a shark.
They're sharks.
And the female sharks, I don't know if you knew this, they won't bite you unless you have a dick that's longer than 5.5 inches. They're like cool with you then, and then they know you're like a cool dude who doesn't break into tanks to fuck sharks
and doesn't discard old Newsweeks into the shark.
I mean,
tank.
how rude! I didn't do that. That was some lazy. Where is this fucking tank at?
Italy.
Is it in Italy? Did I get that right?
Oh my god! Jamie, look this up. It's in Maltese. Looking it up.
That's Malta.
No, the article is in Maltese.
What the fuck? There's a country called Maltese.
Looking it up.
It's Malta.
I know
dude.
it's the island of Malta. I'm just saying.
Anyway, I broke into a shark tank in Malta and fucked the shark. That's what I'm trying to say.
So what you're telling me is that my newfound religious fervor is all because you couldn't keep it in your pants in Italy.
And lo, the shark Jesus was born of mine seed.
Well, admittedly, if anybody had sex, if everybody had
it's
a
no
child,
more ridiculous than most religions are. Being really honest. I mean, that being said, I don't know. I've kind of, I don't know. I feel like I'm more spiritually awake than I used to be. It's like.
Yeah, I'm really excited for where you're going with this
because
you just told me that my new religious fervor is moot at this point.
Sorry, I fucked your shark girlfriend, man. I don't know.
Wasn't my shark girlfriend? It was my shark Mary, dude.
Okay.
Mary shark, do.
Jesus shark, do.
Crucified,
that's a good bit. I like that. I didn't mean to totally commandeer that. I was
barely underwater, dude.
I was just like, a shark got pregnant in the tank. Oh, I fucked it. That's why.
Crucifixion at sea. Yeah.
I just jumped at it.
You jumped that shark.
I did. I jumped into a tank full of female sharks to fuck them.
It was on me too.
I'm that kind of guy,
I know that, but also you're not the kind of guy who litters. That's the important.
No,
part.
I was pissed. But what I was
you jumped into the tank to get the Newsweek.
There was an article at the bottom of it that I've totally forgot what I was going.
Tom Hanks. Jenny, AIDS baby. Wow, really?
No, I forgot what the article said, but
Tom Hanks is a pedophile.
I was very angry about it. I remember.
And so you got so angry you decided to fuck a shark.
I got so angry that I decided to fuck a shark in a Maltese aquarium, and
and now
that's why I can't go back to Malta.
And that's why now I have to burn my latest effigy.
Did you know that some of the oldest cave paintings on the planet have been discovered in Malta?
Really?
Yeah, they're 30,000 years old.
Jamie, look that up real quick.
Yeah, dude. Some asshole might have erased them for for the sake of an archaeological dig.
Well,
preserving its legacy.
Yeah, that sounds like assholes to me.
Yeah.
Malta's hypogeum.
Hypotenuse.
That's how it's spelled. It's in Maltese.
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus. Yeah, I can't. It's in Maltese. I can't read this.
It is.
One of the world's best preserved. This is in Maltese, by the way. One of the world's best preserved prehistoric sites reopens to the public.
Alec has a. By the way, I don't know if anyone knew this about Alec. He has one of his eyes is actually it's like a Terminator eye, and he can it translates things for him into Matrix code, which he can read.
And then actually, I can't read it, but Matt can. Matt's got daddy issues.
There's a USB cord that goes up my dick hole, and it goes into my brain, and I can read.
That's also probably why I would still consider this shark birth still a virgin birth.
This used to be how Google Translate worked.
This is exactly how Google Translate works.
They stole that from us. They did give us the hush money, which we immediately spent on hookers and blow. But
what else do you use hush money for? To create more reasons to give you hush money.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the
money flows in a circle.
It does.
Or maybe a fucked up line segment that doesn't have an end. But
I would say an inchworm. Money.
It kind of just goes where it wants to.
Yeah, exactly. And then one day, it becomes a beautiful butterfly.
One time when I was 7, I was on a car ride back home
from Malta.
From Malta. No, I was coming back from Claremore on Thanksgiving, and I had this. I was holding this pillow that we kept in the car because it had uncomfortable seats. I was holding it. And,
I respect car pillows, by the way.
Yeah,
backseat car pillows. If somebody's got a pillow back there or a blanket, they know.
It was a '98 Buick Skylark. It was an old lady car. So
the '98 Buick Skylark is still a great car.
Fantastic.
That
I
thing
wish my
would
mom
not
hadn't
let you
totaled it. It would have been my car one day.
Right, and then
I would still have that motherfucker.
You would still have that Skylark. You could have flown free, my man.
Yeah.
This is the Skylark's actually marketing campaign.
I know a Skylark is a bird, yeah.
No, I was saying this is a marketing campaign for the 90s.
Oh, it was? You could fly free in a Skylark?
In a Skylark.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was holding this pillow and there was an inchworm crawling across it, and I fucking flicked it. Yeah. And I felt really bad, and I cried for 2 days. Honestly,
I feel bad. Ants, I feel bad. If I get ants in my apartment, it's no, you're gonna die.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
But in wasps, I don't give a shit. No. You're gonna die. Hornets, especially, it's no, you have lived on this earth far too long already.
I'll kill wasps outside too. We get a shitload of wasp nests around.
No, I get
I don't know if you
wasps
saw
too.
That fucking giant one on the porch light out there.
Oh, I saw it. I also saw the bird's nest, and I was I'm glad you're not getting rid of it.
No, they
vacated, but
they used it and vacated it already.
Squatters' rights. It's your house now.
Yeah. They put they laid some eggs in it too, and I managed to actually get a really good picture of them.
I honestly don't know why.
I don't know.
I thought you were gonna say. I don't know why, but I thought you were gonna say. I actually managed to get a pretty good omelet out of one of them, which you could do. But also, I feel like it wouldn't really taste all that good.
No, I mean,
chicken eggs kind of seem like the egg of choice. I mean, I've heard duck eggs or quail eggs, but quail eggs are small.
Duck eggs are weird. They're a lot
Honestly, I want to try an emu egg someday. They're gigantic, and emus are the hate bird.
How fucking funny is it that Australia lost a war against emus?
Against emus with fucking manned.
They had machine guns.
They had machine guns, and the emus won. How do you fail as a country that hard?
They outsmarted them, man. They just outsmarted them every step of the way.
So honestly, Matt, going back to what we said before the break, I feel like that's what you're leading up to with the apocalypse. The emus will finally take over the earth.
Well, isn't that worse than anything you could imagine?
That would be fucking terrifying, yeah.
Thank God they can't get out of Australia, right?
Thank God it's a landlocked country.
Mm-hmm. It's an island. It's not landlocked.
No, sorry, it is a sea-locked country. I got very passionate about emus for a second.
Yeah, I understand. That's understandable.
Sorry, the emus are a landlocked...
Australian soldier that got killed by an emu in a past life? You kind of look like one, actually.
I look like an Australian soldier who got killed by an emu in a past life?
Yeah, you got very old-timey facial hair. Because it happened in the 20s or some shit. I don't remember.
Actually, Jamie...
Australian emu war. Jamie, pull that up. I think we're going to get sued by Joe Rogan over that. Can't say his name.
That's why we say Joe Rogan. There you go. Australian emu.
He looks like he could use some Rogan because he's bald.
You ever had DMT? Anyway. 1932. November 2nd to November 10th, 1932.
How many months is that?
That is from November to December. That is 2 months, Matt.
God damn.
They lost that hard in 2 months.
Yeah, they went through like a quarter of their ammunition within like 2 weeks.
Okay, so all right. Following World War I, large numbers of discharged veterans who served in the war were given land by the Australian government to take up farming in Western Australia, often in agriculturally marginal areas. The onset of the Great Depression, 1929.
Man, I don't know if I want to make this the Let's Read articles.
It's not, but I want to give a little backstory.
But does it have it in simple English, aka Australian? Ho-ho!
Oh,
see, I pulled one out there.
Yeah, I got you.
Emu
I got
War.
you there.
I don't know why I told you to search Australian Emu War. It's not like there would have been another one.
I don't know. There could have been the Great Kenyan Emu War of 1955.
The Kenyans would have just snuck into the woods and fucked those things up, man. Australians were like all gung ho at that point. They were like becoming modernized as a country and like They like
then again, did Australia ever really become modernized? They're still Australia.
Most parts of it are not. I mean,
most parts of it you can't literally go out there unless you want the entirety of the wilderness and wildlife to kill you.
Yeah,
including snakes that get into your plumbing. Including feral cats, including spiders that are literally the size of your face. Yeah.
Scorpions.
Then again, the big ones.
Kangaroos
are vicious, man.
Killer birds.
Yep. Cooling emus.
Koala bears. They kill people sometimes.
They do. Well, I mean, if they're not high for,
Yeah, and they definitely give people chlamydia.
They definitely do. Matt knows.
I think they gave my brother chlamydia once. I think my brother broke into an Australian zoo and fucked the koala. And that's
was there a Newsweek at the bottom of the koala?
There was a Newsweek at the bottom of the thing, but I can't remember what it said.
Tom Hanks is not a pedophile. He's America's sweetheart.
Yeah.
It's a few years before.
This just in. Tom Hanks caught fucking Haley Joel Osment in his trailer trying to suck the AIDS out of his asshole.
Now back to the Emu War.
That just fell completely flat. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
I don't know if anyone's going to be into all these lewd jokes that we're...
These are jokes. We're just spitting straight facts, man.
I think we are. Oh, God, is that... No, it's not him. Never mind.
What?
Someone's driving all slow. It's probably just the neighbor.
Is it Tom Hanks?
Could be. I don't know. Was it a fucking... trying to think of a car Tom Hanks has driven in a movie. Speaking of movies Tom Hanks has been in, you ever seen Bonfire, the Vanities?
No, but I've heard it's really good. I've heard the book is really good too.
There's like a shot in that movie that was like the single most expensive shot of a plane landing ever. They like, you know about the Concorde, right?
Yeah, I know about the Concorde.
They like, this movie was shot in like 1990. It was a Brian De Palma movie. It was a guy
literally
who directed
1990.
Scarface.
Yeah. Also, fun fact. I know that Once Upon a Time in America,
Brian De Palma broke into a shark tank and fucked the shark.
No, he broke into an Italian-American tank because there was a newsbook at the bottom.
No, he broke into a nightclub and he fucked Al Pacino.
And that's how you get Scarface.
That's how you get Scarface.
That's how you get Scarface.
I knew I picked the right guy. Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah, we're on the same page because there was a news.
We're definitely not just being really unfunny.
There was a Newsweek at the bottom of that nightclub.
God damn it. I really wish I could remember what I was going to say with that. That's going to be like a running gag that I never lived down.
But I mean, I do want to say, like, so I saw that Once Upon a Time in America is on Netflix.
Okay.
But also, it's 4 hours long.
Is it?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
It's almost longer than Seven Samurai.
Is it good?
Okay, let's look up some of... Let's actually look up...
That's the first fucking question you've got to ask yourself with a 4-hour movie.
Well, I mean, so I watched Seven Samurai. And, that was... I mean, I sat there and said, yes, no, this is brilliant, this is wonderful. 4 hours and 11 minutes. Also, Robert De Niro and James Woods. And also...
Fucking stop. God damn it. Hang on.
Of course, Joe Pesci's in that movie.
Joe Pesci was in.
And Jennifer,
so much shit.
And Jennifer Connelly, who I have a very big crush on ever since
Jennifer Connelly's
since I saw her in The Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer,
one of my favorite movies,
The Rocketeer.
Dude. Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
That was a good one, too.
That was good.
Oh, man. Dude, The Rocketeer.
So good. Joe Johnston, dude. And also,
that was one of his first movies, wasn't it?
And then he went on to direct Captain America: The First Avenger.
He also directed the third Jurassic Park movie,
which is great.
Extremely underrated.
Oh yeah,
extremely.
Okay,
underrated
Lost
movie.
World, crap. Third one, pretty damn
the
good.
The third
actually.
one is so much better of a Jurassic Park movie than the Lost World was.
Oh, the Lost World didn't know what it was doing and had Vince
really
Vaughn.
had no fucking idea.
And so
it was going
you
off
get the
of
original
source material.
Yeah, you get
Michael
the original,
Crichton,
which is perfection. Spielberg
so good.
nailed that movie.
Spielberg at his fucking peak.
Oh, at his damnedest.
Yeah,
he nailed it
at his fucking peak. Dude.
Yes,
I mean,
and also the best
damn.
version of a Michael Crichton film we're ever gonna get.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
That's
sort of how I feel about like Tom Clancy movies. Best version of a Tom Clancy movie I think I've probably seen.
Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, definitely, and not just because of
Such
Sean
a
Connery.
good
Alec Baldwin
movie.
is incredible in that movie.
He used to be so fucking good.
He did. And then he just became Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Man, don't get me wrong. I love him in 30 Rock. He's hilarious, but it's also
really
like,
is.
God, but it's like, why are you wearing a tuxedo? It's after 7-Eleven. What am I, a farmer? Like, that's great, but it's also like, man, what happened? He used to be
that role was really just like written for him.
Oh yeah, it was to be Alec Baldwin. Yeah.
Like it wouldn't have worked.
No, it wouldn't have worked as anybody else.
Nobody else in the fucking world. What's our runtime looking like, buddy?
We are sitting pretty at 1 hour and 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds, 11 seconds.
Let's fucking
end on a banger.
Let's end on a banger. I wanna read you a couple of ideas off of this.
Shoot, brother.
My best one on here is probably. I'll tell you a really funny quick one, and then I'll tell you like one that we can extrapolate on a bit.
Sounds good.
For probably 10 minutes or so.
Sounds good.
So I'm pretty sure Pete Davidson, the stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's been lumped into the whole New World Order bullshit. And so like I had this idea.
Is it because of like wearing like dresses and stuff and like public and all that stuff?
Is he?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is he?
I mean, have you heard
for sure that
you've heard about that, right?
No,
like it's like
I had no idea.
Okay, so like
but I figured because he got the role in the Suicide Squad, then.
But like the whole like New World Order thing was like you have to like wear female clothing in public and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you
have to emasculate.
Yeah, you have to emasculate yourself because that's what happened to Lil Nas X and all that stuff. Dude, like that's the thing is like, I honestly, as much as I'm all for like bodily autonomy and like wear what you want to wear, I've worn dresses. You've seen it, but. It makes a lot of sense when you look at some of these actors that like they haven't done anything. They were like stand-up comedians who
Pete Davidson's done nothing with his life.
Not really.
He's not a good.
He was on SNL, and that was not.
He was fired from it. Real quick
fired
because
from
of
SNL.
Something that happened with Louis C.K.
Which also Louis C.K. is a shithead. But also I think he's hilarious.
He's a funny stand-up comedian.
Yeah, he's a good stand-up comedian. He's
so
a fucking creep.
I had this funny idea. We're like, all right, Pete, we're gonna let you fuck Margot Robbie. But you have to eat this baby while it's still alive. Jesus, Pete, I didn't tell you to start. No,
not that baby.
God damn it, the fucking. Fuck this. We're not gonna have video for this one.
I can't imagine this. Be like, no, Pete, no, not that baby. And like, when he's done, he's like, who the fuck is Margot Robbie? Sorry, who the fuck's Margot Robbie?
So who's this Margot Robbie, bro? She about 300 pounds?
She ready to go with some? She good to go? I want to be a tattoo artist.
I just smeared some lidocaine on the tip of my cock. I'm ready to go for the heavy stuff, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I'm
the king of Staten Island. You know what I'm saying.
Great movie.
I didn't watch it.
It was
okay.
pretty good.
My other good one on here. So you know how C-3PO from Star Wars is super effeminate?
Very much so.
I like to imagine that's because he's getting like molested between scenes, and you just never see it.
Who's molesting him though?
Everybody.
Literally
everybody.
Everybody in Star Wars.
Like literally whoever's with him. I'm not even kidding you. Like Luke Skywalker is like.
Why would Luke Skywalker molest a droid?
Because he's never gotten pussy.
He got his sister.
Not on camera, and that's what this argument.
So what you're saying is you're making a lot of leaps and bounds to say that Luke did not fuck his sister.
People make leaps and bounds with the Star Wars universe all the fucking time.
I know they do. That's one of my favorite things to argue.
This is my leaps and bounds.
Is that everybody is sexually assaulting C-3PO?
Literally everybody in all of those movies is. Just,
that's why he is so meek and annoying.
Yeah. And he's terrified of everything. He's like, oh God, please don't face fuck me again, Master Skywalker.
How can anybody face fuck him? He doesn't have. He's got a slit.
You just take the fucking eyes out. You take the eyes out, dude. You saw that in episode 1 when he was missing the fucking eye.
I did see it. Yes.
I've thought about this a while. I don't know if you could tell.
I can tell, but there's like barely any hole there. There's like half an inch. So it's a power play.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it's just wires and shit. You can poke it around and fucking.
But why? When you've got Twi'leks who they give great head.
Well, no. Here's the other thing. I think R2D2 also makes holotapes of it.
Oh, I guarantee you, R2D2 films everything.
His hard drive is just
terabytes
stuff to
sorry,
like 100
starbytes.
It's a
starbytes of space porn.
I mean, that's like 1,000 petabytes. And he's got like 1,000 of them of just C-3PO getting fucked for like 30 years straight. That's why Anakin built him. You think that kid he was a slave boy in the desert building a fucking pod racer? You think that kid was getting pussy? No.
I don't know. NASCAR drivers seem to get a lot of pussy.
Yeah, but that's because it's.
You're telling me they're not space rednecks? They're totally space rednecks.
I don't know. I also don't think he could have gotten pussy because he was a small boy. But
he tried. Lord knows he tried in episode 1.
There's no way he fucked any chicks before he fucked Padme.
Well, I certainly hope not. He was like 10, and Jake Lloyd.
No, I'm saying
I don't want Jake Lloyd to have sex.
I mean, I don't know. My argument, though, I think is pretty sound.
It's a very sound argument. It's just the disturbing reality of the fact that C-3PO is everybody's cum slut for the majority of the entire Star Wars.
Every single movie. Remember when he shows up in The Force Awakens and he's got a red arm?
Yeah.
It's because someone was grabbing his arm and fucking him too hard and it popped out. And then
honestly,
it fell
I thought that was just...
Probably fell off of a fucking catwalk that doesn't have a goddamn railing.
Which is also just a huge
They're everywhere
oversight.
in that fucking universe.
A huge oversight.
They didn't have a railing next to the fucking Death Star beam.
Which I also think...
Both those Death Star beam operators both have butthole cancer.
Oh, just butthole cancer? They were irradiated beyond belief.
Yeah, they're feral ghouls now.
They are. Fallout. They literally... there's our crossover.
We have 3 references to Fallout tonight. I don't want that to be a thing either. We're not the Fallout podcast.
Not yet.
Keep looking at the thing.
Not yet.
We're not having video for this one.
Well, I mean, the benefit we have is that we're not having video for this one. Yeah. But also, I can't imagine that some of these characters on Star Wars would be sexually attracted to C-3PO.
No, they're not sexually attracted to it.
It's a power play.
It's a power play. You're correct. It's.
But you're telling me that C-3PO pulled more by being sexually assaulted, of course, than R2D2, who is obviously a playboy.
He's been raped hundreds of thousands of times by these people. So yes. There's probably and what I'm telling you is that none of this shit happens on camera, obviously. So it's probably
So you're telling me that at one point Lando Calrissian put on some John Coltrane and went to town on 3PO?
Oh, dude, yeah, for sure. Because John Coltrane is the best music to fuck androids to. Everyone knows that.
Do androids dream of electric John Coltrane?
Do androids dream of electric John Coltrane?
I think the answer
all right, I'm gonna. All right, we're gonna end on a banger. All right, here goes. Here's the shot. So I have a theory that I can't say it now. I have a feeling that John Coltrane is just a homeless guy that he found a trumpet in a trash can one day.
Okay.
And he's like, now hold on a second.
Why does he sound like Red Fox?
This gonna make me $1 million.
So you're telling me he found.
Somebody give me some heroin. I'm gonna call and give me the number for Columbia Records.
So you're telling me he found a trumpet while he was home.
In the garbage, yeah.
In the garbage. And then he somehow managed to watch The Sound of Music in a theater sometime while
No,
shooting
he
up
never,
heroin.
he never knew what music was. That's the thing about jazz.
But he saw the film, The Sound of Music, and heard a few of my favorite things.
He probably maybe snuck into the movie theater.
Yeah, to do heroin. And then he just comes out and he's like, well, I've got the greatest idea ever. This is worth $1 million. And then he decided to create the circle of fifths, which is what every musician uses to this day.
Yeah.
That's
it was a homeless guy digging through the garbage, yeah.
Honestly, it makes a lot of sense because I hate the circle of fifths.
Because I hate jazz, so.
Well, that's the end times, everybody.
That's the end times, everyone. If you'll tune in next week,
we'll have more things to offend and amuse.
Probably be drunk again.
Probably, that's the plan at least. Well, cheers to you, Matt.
Cheers to you, Alec.
Just remember, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, thank you all for tuning in, and the end times is nigh. Over and out.